Hey guys, gals and legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Relax with RimWorld. Now, we're starting off in the menu this time, which is a little bit different than our other starts. The reason is, I have been recommended some fantastic mods by Terminus. I'm going to leave you in the description anyway. It's a little bit difficult to say, but Terminus recommended some really good mods. They're similar to some of the mods that we had in the previous playthrough. So it's going to be really good to have some of those back. Some of them I wasn't able to implement, unfortunately, as we've already got the game rolling. Some of them affected tech tree and things like that, but we've gone for more of the aesthetic mods, so we're going to have a look at those now. So first up, we've got a parallel. So a parallel adds a massive amount of clothes into the game, so we're really going to want that. So we're going to chuck that on down here. Miscellaneous, miscellaneous is rather miscellaneous, but it isn't so much an aesthetic mod, but it adds a number of things into the game itself, like, say, the ability to drain marshes, which might be really helpful for us. Because right outside our base, we've got that marsh where we can't really do anything with it, unfortunately. So we're going to chuck that on there as well. Next up, we've got prisoner improvements, and it's essentially an overhaul of the prison system, making it a little bit better. You can have additional rooms for prisoners to be in, so you can kind of almost create whole sections for prisoners to live in, and it can make it a little bit more, nicer for them, and make them a little bit more maybe willing to join your colony. So we're going to chuck that on there. And finally, Snappy Dresser. And Snappy Dresser is another kind of aesthetic mod. That's going to allow us to change the color of some of the clothes that we're wearing. We can kind of fluff it as we're using different dyes and things like that, change clothes. So I'm generally not going to try and change the color of clothes unless something's super aggressive on the eyes. So we're going to chuck that on there, and we should be all good to go. Alright, we're back in game, and as you might be able to see, things look a little bit different. During the time between the last episode, I took it upon myself to do a little bit of planning. However, it has been a while since I've played this, actually, if I'm being entirely honest. So it might take me a moment to remember what everything is. But essentially, I believe that this is going to be our medical room. This is where, if there are any emergencies, people are going to get rushed into here and they're going to get treated inside. These four here are bedrooms. Yeah, they look pretty big, but they'll get a bonus from sleeping in there with it being nice and large, and that means that we'll probably be able to give them larger beds as well. So that means that we've got these rooms here, which we're not going to be able to do a whole lot with. So what we're going to end up doing is creating something like a equipment storage space here. So we're going to have all kinds of outdoor clothing and things that people would wear when they head outside, because at the moment it's nice and warm, but that's not going to last. We are going to hit winter eventually, and it's going to be freezing cold and snowing outside as well. So if we follow down this corridor, this also leads into this section here, which is kind of going to be our primarily going to be our crafting space. I'm probably going to go and create something of a storage zone here, so we're going to store all of our crafting goods and things like that in here, which will be nice and easy for people to come in that way. It does mean there's another entrance into our base, but I'm going to make this one a little bit more well defended than this. We're actually going to build out from this point and build another section. I want it to kind of almost be an airlock of sorts, because I think what will be happening at the moment is that if we have them coming in and out of this door all the time with that open, we're just going to have cold air coming in or hot air going out. Yeah, so it could be a bit of a problem. The temperature in here has gone back down, which is great. It's really good to see. Otherwise, these batteries might start getting a little bit hot. This vent is working quite well, but what we might look at doing eventually is using some of this heat and actually venting it back into the building itself, just depending on how much heat it's actually putting out. So that's always an option. We can just build around here. We might actually build a little bit further away from that, because I'm not quite sure what the leakage of heat is through the walls. It can't be too bad, although this room here is somewhat colder than all the others, and I wonder if that's because of the freezer being on that side there. That quite possibly could be the case. Regardless, we are going to continue. Okay, so these rooms here, these are going to be our prison spaces. I might look at expanding this. I'm not 100% yet, but We'll see how we go. And this is going to be another kind of equipment storage space as well for us to be able to come in and out of. So I'm probably going to start designating those things now for Leon to do. As he's going to be a busy man, he's still got a lot to do outside, but you know, we're going to get him doing some work inside as well. So for now, I'm just going to build down into this space here, because I'd like them to be able to get their nice big full rooms. Once this looks like it's almost entirely done, actually, you know what? We're going to designate this already as well. It's a big space to mine out, but I know Leon can do it. We don't actually need to come down the whole way, so we're just going to go to where we can actually fit the doors there. I'm going to be happy with that. Okay, so we need to get our priorities straight here. We've got a decent amount of food, which is great. Our power... Well, it's going to be interesting to see how much we actually get during the day, but I'm kind of liking having it split up over these batteries here, because if one does go, hopefully the others don't blow up with it. At least that's what I'm hoping. We should still be cooking meals. Let's just double check that until we have 6. Okay, that's great. It's going to be good to have Logan doing that. We're almost at the stage where we can probably look at cleaning this place up. Almost. We're very nearly. Okay, where is Nick? Just need to see what everyone is up to here. Okay, he's just hauling at the moment. That's okay. That's alright. I'm okay with him doing that. And other than that, we're looking pretty good on the map. So we're going to get time rolling by. We're actually going to start moving things a little bit faster now, as everything's going pretty well in the colony at the moment. Logan's doing his butchering as well, which is fantastic. See, like these things here, it would be nice to get them stored in that space as well. So we might have a look at doing that eventually. We have a few more trees cropping up here. Yes, that's right. We were doing wood flooring over here, which I think is going to help out a great deal. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of resources to do that. It's a lot of wood, but it should stop anything from actually growing on that space and stopping our wind turbines from keeping us powered overnight, which we're going to need. Okay, we have a trader from Hacker's Rock. His name is Francois Zeif Schmidt. Okay, Francois. So we have our first trader. So this is because of... Oh, Jesus. Holy crap. Okay, we've got 2 quite large fires. These will be from lightning strikes that have happened at one time or another. I'm going to say I'm not super concerned about this, but... Oh, yay, because we've got rain. Look at that. That's well timed. Hopefully that helps deal with it. So, as I was going to say, this trader, he is from the miscellaneous pack, so that gives us the roaming traders that come in now, which I'm kind of happy with, because, you know, I don't think everything should be orbital. And we've actually got some of those wood flooring tiles going down now, which is really good. Obviously, we can't build on these sections here, because there's trees there still, but hopefully... Yeah, they're smart enough to get rid of those. Yeah, so it's telling us to build an orbital trade beacon because we've got our friend here. It's actually great he's set up outside the walls. Now, the trade beacon, it needs to be outside because obviously it needs to be able to reach the sky. In saying that, though, we might be able to just build a section inside which will keep it safe and then... remove the roof. I think what we might do for now... You know what? I'm just going to tell Logan to come over here and see what he has. Because I'm interested. But I think we could actually build our orbital trade beacon inside here, maybe. We've got quite a bit of a space to work with. Although, obviously, I don't want to... Actually, that would work. It could be our storage space here. And it'd be nice and accessible for crafting. So that could actually work out quite well. I think that's probably what we're going to do. But first we're just going to have a look, see what he actually has. Yes, okay, we need to build an orbital trade beacon to actually be able to trade anything. Okay, so he's got some ginormous sculptures, and so that's where the artistry comes into this game. So if we have anyone that is skilled with art, we could get them making sculptures, and they're really good to trade. You can get a lot out of that. But we can also see he's got some good quality clothes as well. Let's see, a really good rocket launcher. We've got bionic quite a few bionic pieces here, and just general artistic neurotrainer. Ah, wow. Okay, we aren't going to worry about any of these for now. Thank you, Francois. But we're just gonna leave him be. We're gonna let Logan go and get back to work. It looks like everyone's turning in for the night, which is good. I'm glad I didn't get rid of these rooms here, because it seems that Leon's had a pretty busy day and hasn't managed to get much of that done, unfortunately. The power has held overnight, even though we don't have both of these going yet. Great, but Leon is getting stuck in, which is fantastic. So things are coming along. I am slightly concerned. I feel like we're not really well protected yet. Also just because we kind of just got leaving. They're happy with our hospitality. Great. Oh, cool. We've deconstructed this as well, which is good. I'm going to be able to use some of those bricks. I guess he's just happy with our hospitality and that we didn't shoot at him. Shooting at your guests is generally a bad idea. The shape of the orbital trade beacon is a strange one. I won't actually be able to see it. You see we've got a security camera here. That's another thing that's kind of coming with our prisoner mod. So actually, you know what? Let's have a look. See what we've got going down here. Steel cell door. Great. So these can divide rooms for prisoners. So prisoners can actually use these, which is, it seems strange, but it's just kind of so that they can move between rooms. You can give them a little bit more space to work with. We've got a dresser. Okay, right. So this is, I think, what we use to change the actual color of things. Let's have a look, see what else we got. Security, steel turret base. So this is from the MISC mod. This will allow us to drop down a turret, and then we can place like an actual gun emplacement on it, which is kind of like Tech Tree Minimi, like we used to have. So we could potentially like chuck down a turret and have a rocket launcher on it, which would be awesome. Let's have a look. Ship, no. Architect, no. What am I doing? Let's have a look. Production, right, nothing crazy there. Power, no, nothing new there. MISC, we've got the security camera so far. Decoration, nothing new there. Cool, okay. Alright. This is starting to come together. I'm glad that they're working on this first, because, yeah, it's not working yet, because it's being blocked right here by that pine tree, so I'd probably rather them get rid of that first. Might actually tell Nick to make that his priority. You can always come back to that one, mate. Come on. There we go. See, it's working already, which is great. So this is going to really help us get through the night. Even though they're not working at full capacity now, it's just going to be that little bit extra to keep us going until we can get that geothermal up and running, which obviously it still needs to be researched as well. We're getting there though. We're actually doing okay on that front. Yes, we're just going to crank the time up a little bit. We're getting some more meals prepared. It's good. We're doing really well on the food front. I'm actually really happy with it. I'm not feeling overwhelmed with that at all. I'm really happy about this though. We've got at least probably, we've got another harvest of potatoes and even strawberries to go, which is great. So hopefully Logan is going to find some time to do that. I'm just going to check to see. Logan, what is your growing on? It's on 2. So wardening, hunting, number 1, constructing, cooking, growing. Okay, I'm going to put construction on 3 for now for Logan, just because he's our primary. He's Farmer Logan, really. So we need to make sure that he's going to be able to do that farming and the cooking, because we don't want this to go to waste. A blight come along and take everything away. I'm okay with this being stored here for now. Obviously, we could lose potatoes to them just spoiling, but it's a good backup in case we run out of these. Although, you know what? I'm going to change the priority on these. I think we've got more than enough in there at the moment, so we're going to put the priority on just normal. I might even put it on low. We'll go normal for now. So hopefully the priority is normal here as well. Okay, so no, we're just going to chuck that on low. I think there's more than enough there in the way of potatoes. just in case we go on a craze, we want to eat lots of things. Actually, I'm happy that he's doing that at the moment. Great, he's doing a fantastic job. And Leon is getting his mine on. So he's going to be getting better at mining as he goes. So he's going to be becoming faster and faster as time goes on, which is great. Yes. Now, I know it looks a little bit weird. It looks a little bit strange having these kind of like wooden runways for these, but it's going to help us out. It just means that they're going to spin. Like that's starting to get really fast. I know that I'm kind of running at top speed at the moment, but even at slow, we can see that it's actually really going, which is awesome. That's going to be generating a decent amount of power for us. So at the moment, we've really got no power woes. So with that being said, I'm going to be fine with chucking some lights down in this hallway, because I think it's about time that we do that. Let's have a look, Standing lamps. Okay. We'll kind of spread them out down along like this. And we're going to have to run some cable to it as well. As I've kind of said before, we will look at actually just building some power conduit walls throughout the whole facility eventually. I'm probably going to start when I take this room apart. I'll start trying to do it then. It would be nice to... I feel like if I had one extra person, I could get all this cleaning done, and then I could have someone crafting full time as well. Because what I would like is to have someone cutting these into bricks. Which, let's see, is that done at the crafting station? See, that hasn't been done yet either, and I would like to get those done. You know what, Nick? Sorry, just put that on hold. Prioritize that at the moment. Maybe he was actually doing that. Because I would like to see what this longsword and this gladius comes out as, because Leon needs to have a weapon, you know? He needs to be able to defend the place for us. And he's going to do a great job at it as well. Yeah, he's gone a long way for iron. Not the best, not the best. But we'll live with it. Leon's taking a break, that's fine. We've almost got this room complete, but Leon decided at the last second that, I don't want to finish it yet. Which, that's his prerogative. We'll let him get away with that. Were these powered auto doors? No. I might start doing that down here, just because we've got enough power now. We've got more than enough power. Only thing I'm slightly concerned about is our metal. We don't have a lot of metal nearby, so it could bite us in the arse. It means we're running very, very far for metal. All that's metal as well, and I want to take it out. But I think we might just have to build a wall here, and then just mine all of that out. Do we have compacted steel down here as well? Yeah, we do. What does that sound? Oh! He's actually making stuff. That's good. Alright. I think... No, steel shiv. I'm just trying to see if we actually have cloth t-shirt, awful shoddy shiv. Okay, so I guess he's still making... Oh wow, there's a decent amount of work to do on them. Okay, well, I'll let him keep working on that for now, as time starts to slip by. These batteries are almost full, 4 of them. I'm pretty stoked with that. That's not bad. Logan's trying to get some more growth in before. Did we actually harvest some of the stuff, this Zigguram? Yeah, so this we can actually use for healing, which is, it's really, really helpful. I don't actually think he did plant it though. I think this is the first time that he planted it. So whether or not we actually managed to get any this year, yeah, we're just gonna have to see. But yes, getting distracted. I need to chuck down a door here. Okay, so we are going to go for, because we have a lot of access to it, we're just going to go for a wooden auto door. Just because. And then we might actually look at, what do we need? We need a decent amount of cloth to be able to do that. We actually do still have a decent amount of cloth, which is good. Let's have a look. Furniture, royal bed, it's actually just using, it actually just uses those. Okay, so let's see. The only thing is that these rooms aren't centered, unfortunately. But I'm probably just going to put it just slightly off to the side there. We'll have a wardrobe on the other side or something like that. Make that look all nice. I'm going to be deconstructing these now, as we're not going to really need them. And we'll just reuse those resources over here. So that means we can just go into our decoration and chuck that. Let's see, maybe down in the corner. That'll be all good. Who will get the first room? I don't know. I'm not sure. Leon is going to keep on working on through the night. Oh, they're all taking a break, and I think that's going to be the perfect time for us to take a break as well. Now, I know we're going to start getting more done in each episode. I'm going to start speeding up the time a little bit more, just because, it'd be nice to get a little bit more done. The colony is definitely on track, and I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with how things are going at the moment. So we're going to be able to start speeding things up, I think, in the next episode. So we're going to start seeing kind of a rapid expansion of this area, and this little colony will start becoming something special, I hope. So thanks again for joining me. Until next time, stay tuned.